Good evening and welcome to Sports Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network. My name is Kingsley Emmanuel. I'm very happy to be here this evening to bring you up to speed with the latest happening evolving around the world of sports. Top one menu this evening, Nigerian Basketball Federation announced a date and venue for league resumption. Coming in from the world of tennis, Carlos Alcaraz suffered setback in Paris Masters. And in football, Chelsea manager sent crucial message to fans. These and many more will be yours after the short timeout. Please stay with us.
Went for goal. Goalkeeper's missed it.
Right again.
Oh, fight there. He does a right hand and down goes Paul straight away. Elsewhere. Beyond the
Oh, what a point to end it on.
So now this is when they're at their best. This is when they're 12 years minutes. So drink it in.
Still goes through on New Zealand.
What he loves to be immortality as an athlete. 19.79. It's a goal. It's 8 goals.
KST Sports Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network. Joining me on today's edition of the show is a man, of course, you know so well, Emmanuel Michael. Good evening to you, and welcome to another exciting edition of Sports Extraordinary.
Good evening, Kingsley, and good evening to our viewers out there.
All right, Michael, let's take a look at the Nigerian Basketball Federation, because we hear that the Federation, they've announced the dates and venue for the league resumption. An emergency meeting was held on Monday to decide on having final eight. Federation, they've actually they've come out with the resumption date for the May Basketball League.
For me, I think it's a cheering news to note that they've actually come up with a date when the league, Nigerian Basketball League, will kick off. It's a nice one because over the past few weeks, right now we have been in Deliman. Actually, we have many of them out there in the NBA that are doing pretty well. We have about 3 or 5 or 4 of them in the Sonics, in the Sonics. Yeah. So we have about 4 of them. But if you have good quality players here in our league, then it will help us a lot, going forward.
Interesting one. Good of a thing that the league, of course, the resumption date is out now. And I will look forward to see how this one, of course, will pan out at the end of the day. The fans, basketball enthusiasts in Nigeria, they've been clamoring for this, and I think it's here. A few days to the kickoff of the basketball league, male basketball league down here in Nigeria, and I tell you, it promises to be an interesting one. Let's move on as we bring you the latest result from the NBA, as the San Antonio Spurs fought back to snatch a 115-114 win over the Phoenix Suns in a frantic finish. Post Phoenix Suns led by 13 points early in the fourth quarter, but Victor Wembanyama's jump shot reduced their lead to 114-111 with 49 seconds to play. The number 1 draft pick dunked from a rebound with 6 rebounds left before Keldon Johnson stole the ball from Kevin Durant to score and give Spurs their only lead for the game, with 1.2 seconds remaining. A minute earlier, Kevin Durant became the 12th player in NBA history to reach 27,000 points. 35-year-old who scored 36 points at Footprint Center reached the landmark in his 990th game, only with Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have done so in fewer matches. Now, Johnson scored 27 points, while French rookie Wembanyama playing only his 4th NBA game, and Devin Vassell each added 18 as the Spurs recovered from Sunday's 40-point loss at the Los Angeles Clippers to claim a 4th away win this season. And of course, was such an impressive one for Spurs. But as it stands now, Spurs are 8th in the Western Conference, and Phoenix Suns, of course, are 10th. They meet again at the same venue early hours or for tomorrow. And Julius Randle scored 19 points and made 10 rebounds as the New York Knicks won 109 to 91, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, for whom Donovan Mitchell scored 26 points. For George, recorded 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. The Clippers beat the visiting Orlando Magic 118 to 112. George missed all 6 of his first quarter shots, but made 4 3-pointers in scoring 14 points in the third quarter. Of course, those were the matches we saw early as of today in the NBA. But Michael, I don't know what you make of the performance, especially from Anthony Spore.
I think it's a great one for them. You know, the way they managed to come back into that game, I think was quite incredible. But I think the Phoenix will have themselves to blame. After leading at 13 points in the fourth quarter, they just allowed the victory to slip over their hand. I think it was quite disappointing for them. You know, at the time where they thought maybe they are going to have it, you know, it's going to be an easy ride for them, but they had to let their fans down out there, because having watched the third quarter in that game, I actually gave it to Phoenix, hoping that they are going to, you know, run away with a victory. But you know, the Spurs have a different game plan.
Yeah, of course, it goes 12 to 11 win over New Zealand in the Rugby World Cup. Now, South Africa produced a magnificent defensive display.
You know, the euphoria and excitement cannot be, you know, overemphasized, because they did a humongous job out there. Thanks to the captain as well, who also did fantastically well, being the second captain to lead you know, the team to such a glorious feat. I think you know, the holiday is truly deserving. I must say congratulations to them once again.
Congratulations, of course, to the rugby team of South Africa. I think South Africans really deserve this holiday just to celebrate, you know, this particular victory. But let's stay away from that as we take a look at all the matters revolving around the waters. But this time, let's take a look at tennis. Spain, Carlos Alcaraz saw his hope of finishing the year as the world #1 damaged by a shock opening loss to Roman Saint-Foulin in the Paris Masters. World #2 Alcaraz, who received a bye in the first round, lost 6-3, 6-4 to 45th rank Saint-Foulin in that particular one. It leaves Alcaraz with a tough task to overhaul Novak Djokovic at the top of the rankings before this Carlos Alcaraz.
Very disappointing indeed, and I must say here that I'm also personally disappointed for Carlos Alcaraz, because you know, going into that game, I thought that it's going to be an easy ride for him. Why? Because, you know, in the last 3-4 days, he has been, you know, training in the same court with Novak Djokovic, you know, and this is what he said, that this is his long-time dream to one day, you know, train together in the same court with Novak Djokovic. And I was actually thinking, for the fact that, you know, to someone seated 45th, you know, on the log, and he is the second best player in the world as it stands right now, I think it was quite disappointing. At the time where he's trying to chase, you know, Carlos Alcaraz and dethrone him from the, you know, #1 spot, this one is just a punctuation in the wheel of his progress, because I think it's going to be very difficult right now for him to finish this season as world #1, because the point disparity, courtesy of this loss, will be further extended by Novak Djokovic, who also defeated you know, his opponents last time. For me, I think generally Carlos Alcaraz was quite disappointing on the day where there was a whole lot of expectation for him to, you know, brush aside his opponents.
Not the kind of result, of course, the fans of Alcaraz expect at the moment, but it is what it is at the moment for the man, Carlos Alcaraz. Now, American 9 seed Telefisa withdrew before his second round match with an abdominal injury, damaging his hope of qualifying for the season. And Hubert Huskas, who are both still hoping to qualify for the Turin event, and first round wins in Paris yesterday. And Berev seated strength recovered from a set down to beat Hungary's Martin Bustozovic 4-6, 7-5, 6-4, while 11 seed Hawkers won 6-3, 6-7, 6-3, win against American Sebastian 6-4, 6-3 victory over Japanese qualifier Yoshito Nishoka in the ninth section. Such an impressive one, but let's see how the result, of course, continues on at the end of the day. But it's a sad one for the Spanish man, talking about Carlos Alcaraz, in bringing the latest results coming from the Nigerian Premier Football League. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Sports Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network, and of course, I will bring. I
think this is the time that most of these big teams need to capitalize on the fact that some of the team they have not gelled properly. Then capitalize on it. for me.
Too early to call, according to Michael, for that result against between Aqua United and Gombe United. It was actually a home game for Aqua United, and they were able to get it. And was it that really convincing? Just a goal, but I think there should be a
The fans indeed they are back to their best. For me, I think it was a very disappointing result by the standard of Enyimba.
disappointing result by the standards very well, but you can't also take away the fact that it's an away game. They have to go down to Gombe, to execute this one about 2 days journey to get down to Gombe. You don't think it might actually tell on the players' performance on the pitch.
That place of fortress where whenever you come there, you must be slaughtered by them. I think to show this time and time again that whenever they play at home, and again, you will also give fans out there. They always turn out for home games out there. You can see some of the stadium when they play, it is almost filled to its brim. That is how supportive their fans are there at home. So for me, playing at home, they have been able to replicate this time with that number, that indeed that place is a slaughter ground for a away team that comes there. And for me, I think it's a big one and a big morale booster.
United ended 2-1 in favor of Kwara United. Don't forget, Sporting Lagos were leading in the very first half of that one. But
big one.
I think Kwara United, they were at home.
They were at home, but Sporting big one.
I think Kwara United, they were at home.
They were at home, but Sporting Lagos scored first. Kwara United has to come from behind to snatch, the victory and get all 3 points. I think it's a great one. But then again, we'll also give the Sporting Lagos, accolade for what they did good year in the NPFL. I think it is time for them to go back to the drawing board and be able to fix, whatever seems to be that error that caused them this loss. And I believe with the kind of fine football that we've seen them play,
these are not really going down for Sporting Lagos. If you take a look at their plan, the way they've actually strategized everything, and so man, it was all over the social media that they are coming to win, the league. At some point, not have a very high expectation, because take a look at what they said, that they are coming to win the league, their first appearance in Nigerian Premier Football.
This must win at home at all costs. My brother, it's really costing us. Why should it be so? In the Premier League, we often see that most of the wins always come from away. Most times we discover that in the EPL or in the Italian Serie A, is La Liga, much of the wins come from away.